This, ladies and gentlemen, is episode 45 of the One Beer In podcast. Like you said, it's been a pretty slow week, but there have been developments on things that we've discussed in the past.
Yes.
But first, let's, I guess, start off with the biggest story, I guess, of the week.
Way to sell it.
No, it's. I think it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
If they come through, Fox is in discussion to talk about or to bring back the X-Files.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish we could put that in there.
I know.
So they brought it back before in the form of a movie.
Right.
Movie did pretty well.
I guess.
I'm pretty sure it did modestly well.
Yeah. They've had
It
two
wasn't like
movies.
a classic.
Right. They've had two movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They had one.
Really?
I didn't know about
yeah.
the.
Yeah, they've had two. The second one came out after the series, I think, was over for a while. So that was kind of a...
That's the one I was referring to.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. I didn't know they had one during.
Yeah. They had one way back in the day.
I've never been a really big X-Files guy.
Right. Adam, you are though.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I'm a pretty big fan. As a kid, the show actually, like, just the intro alone scared the crap out of me.
Yep.
So-
That intro sequence. I mean, we've talked about it before.
we
That intro
actually
sequence-
have.
Yeah.
I forgot that it, like, warranted its own conversation.
It did. It really did.
Just
that,
the intro sequence was scary enough to make you
it
not
re-
want to watch the show as a
yeah.
little kid.
Yeah.
Just gonna sit on the bench for this one.
I mean, it was pretty freaky. It came on. I'm pretty sure either it came on right after.
What made it so scary?
I mean, when you're
It's
7,
ominous.
8 years old, the music with like
itself, yeah.
there's the handprint and the guy like falls in the handprint. It's just you have to watch it, man. I can't really describe it.
Sounds
It's very freaky.
trippy, man.
It is.
It is.
It is trippy. It's yeah.
It's unnerving.
Yeah, it's unnerving. That's a
Right.
good. And when you're 8, 7, unnerving is scary.
Yeah,
You don't understand these things.
Exactly. You don't know what you're watching.
exactly.
I still get a little freaked out by it.
I've watched the X-Files in bed on Netflix, and it's still a little part of me. The intro scene still gets
He
me
peed a little bit.
a little, just a little bit. But anyway, yeah, no, it's a great show.
Yeah, obviously. There's no point in telling him.
So, are they bringing it back or is it a reboot?
Well, here's the thing. They've talked to, I think it was a series creator that they're kind of discussing this with, or a producer. And apparently they're not going to bring it back unless, like, the core team comes back with it, too.
Right.
So that's very promising from that point of view.
Yeah.
Because they're not willing to just, like, hey, let's do a reboot or have half the team on it again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, the creative minds that made the X-Files great in the first place would be back for it. The only thing that I see being in the way, and they've mentioned this, too, in the interview, is that everybody that was the core of that team is super busy right now.
What are they doing?
They have their own TV shows and stuff.
David Duchovny, what's he doing?
Isn't he still doing Californication?
I didn't know. I thought Californication was over.
Oh, well, if it is, I mean, I think he's still working doing something. What's her name? Gillian Anderson.
Yeah.
She's off writing books and
Yeah.
you
I
know
know she's doing stuff.
I think she's in a new TV show too. It's doing pretty well, and the creator of the series is constantly busy doing shows and stuff still, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, come on, it's the X-Files.
Yeah.
I know it'd be great to have him back.
Even though I didn't watch it, it was still a very prominent presence in my childhood. Like I
Right.
couldn't not know what X-Files was.
Right.
Right, it's a staple like The Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah,
I would suggest to go back and check it out.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
It's I didn't watch it like religiously when I was younger, so when they put it on Netflix, I started watching a couple episodes and it holds up.
Yeah, that's what brought it back for me too. I mean, it obviously is aged.
Yeah.
Like you can tell it's very 90s.
There's a
when
lot
you're
of
watching it.
90s references and you're like,
Yeah.
this is
Fat and the Bomb.
Yeah, pretty much. But
But
I mean,
the-
it's still, the writing is still really good. It's
Right.
really good sci-fi.
the core of it is very
All right.
transcendent.
I'll check it out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So I mean, I'm hopeful for them bringing it back as long as they have, you know, that core creative team back too.
Yeah, they bring it back, but I mean, what do you do with it when you bring it back?
It's a good question. I mean, I feel like the last, I mean, both movies I don't think were super crowd pleasers.
Yeah.
I feel like they were good just to see the X-Files be on that sort of, bigger screen and have the production value of a movie after being on Fox. But I don't think they were like Serenity was to Firefly,
Right.
where it's like this is the culmination of everything this show is supposed to be,
Right.
you know. So I mean, maybe they can bring it back and kind of seal it off in a more crowd pleasing way.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
just fan treatment,
Right,
alone.
exactly. Do you bring it back for one season? Do you put like an Arrested Development and put it on like a streaming service? Just, you know, put 12, 15 episodes out for people
Yeah,
and just let them consume it that way?
You doubled that really quickly.
No.
8, 10,
8,
15.
10, 12, but 30,
Whatever.
30 episodes? I don't know. You know, whatever
put-
they're comfortable with.
play it every day of the week, whatever.
But yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of options now. I mean, they no longer do they have to worry about. Well, I guess since it's on a network, they would still. I
Right.
mean, it would still go through Fox, but I mean, Hulu streams Fox TV shows, right? Or is
so.
it just the? It does, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be really interesting. Another thing that I'm sort of within the same spectrum as X-Files, then bringing that back, is they're bringing back Twin Peaks,
Right.
which I feel is under the same sort of weird sci-fi umbrella.
Have you finished it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
How
one
many?
of
How many seasons?
Just 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's easy.
You know, I
Knock that
just
out.
like lifting the cup into my nose.
Just smelling it.
Smell it.
Just smelling it.
Smell it. Smell it.
That aroma.
Smell it.
It's a sweet perfume,
Yeah, it really is.
and I want to smell it forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no,
Sorry.
it's fine.
Can't get over this beer.
I know.
It's really good.
We're in love. But yeah, no, Twin Peaks, I highly recommend it. But it is very weird. And it is very David Lynch.
How weird, Adam.
How weird is it? That was your guys' line, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
You
took over. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's what I said. I asked you that.
Yeah, but
you didn't do the inflection.
the
You
tone.
need to do the inflection to make that work.
How
weird is it, Adam?
How weird is it?
How weird is it, man?
It's really weird. It's,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's pretty much the weirdest show you'll probably ever see.
Really?
Stop
Yeah.
saying it's weird, you vague bastard.
But it's really weird. It's weird because it
I'm gonna hit you if you say weird one more time.
It's fucking strange,
Is-
man. It's
is this-
fucking strange.
is this getting weird?
Oh my god. Hate this guy.
Okay.
God.
So it defies expectation for the constraints of the type of show it is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
If you want me to use my big boy words.
Wow.
Yeah.
You went to college.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, you're better than me,
Well,
I guess.
you know.
Thanks, Adam.
Just because the show itself is set up almost like a soap opera, you know? But it's very self-aware.
Yeah.
There's like slapstick humor in it too.
Yeah.
But then other parts are deadly serious and off-putting and like very strange.
Yeah.
So you're constantly wondering what the hell is going on. A lot of things you don't never get answers to. And the way that it ended was on a cliffhanger. So it's like that's why I think that's why the show's had the legacy it has, other than, you know, birthing basically the career of David Lynch.
Right.
Is because it has so many unanswered questions still.
Yeah.
And questions that maybe don't even have an answer.
Yeah.
You know, it's left up for your own interpretation.
You never know about those shows. You know, like when Firefly was on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never watched it. I mean, I saw it on there, but I never watched it.
Right.
And you know, it's on for one season. It gains this cult following. I finally check it out. It's one of it's like 13, 14 episodes. Some of my favorite.
Oh,
Just
it's phenomenal.
entertainment ever.
incredible.
I love Firefly and Serenity.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to me that shows like that can be on and like I would never even hear of them, but they gain this cult following from certain people. Like you never know with certain TV shows. Like there could be a show on Sci-Fi right now that's just like fucking amazing.
Right.
That no one's watching.
Well, I mean, it's the network's own fault, I think.
Well,
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it. They
specifically with Firefly, they're infamous for having screwed that one up.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
aired the shows out of order. So people were like, I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah,
here.
they-
Why
they
would you
fucked
do
it
that?
up. They did that, and then they didn't even air like the last couple of episodes
Why did they do that?
because they didn't think it was gonna succeed. So they were just like,
They already
fuck
gave up on it, I
Yeah,
guess.
Of course it's not if you just...
Exactly.
You don't even tell the story in the right order.
Just imagine how Joss Whedon must have felt.
would have been outraged.
Yeah.
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 Jesus,
Yep.
that's dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Because then when you put that shit together and then watch Serenity when you're done, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, they did good stuff.
I want to do that.
Yeah, it was great. So yeah, I just find it really interesting that there can be a show on like Fox or not NBC, because that fucking shit's all over the place. You can't not know about the shows on like NBC and ABC and CBS.
Yeah.
But like the Sci-Fi Channel or one of these, like alternative channels, there could be like a critically acclaimed TV show that no one's watching on there.
Yeah.